Hello guys and welcome to the FPL Duo. It has been a long time guys since obviously our last stream, so it's nice to be obviously back with this another deadline stream, and it is another double game week for 25 as well. So yeah, a lot has happened in between the last time we streamed, from obviously double game at 24 where we did a knee-jerk reaction halfway through it before obviously Liverpool and Everton played the other day. And yeah, as you can see, obviously to recap on the overall rank and the points, they're right below our names. So if you want to see how well our team's done, then you can just check that there, because obviously overall rank for both of us is a green arrow, and record-breaking amount of points, because I've never had that many points in a week before. Thanks to also the assistant manager chip as well. But obviously we're here to talk about double game at 25. But before we get into this video, guys, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe for more, and leave a comment down below if you wish. And yes, there is a lot to talk about. And as you may notice, Huss isn't with us at the moment, but we are hoping that he can join us through some point in this deadline stream so he can discuss his plans, because I, for one, do not know what I'm actually going to do. 100% not sure, but I'm not sure what Huss has planned either. So it's a bit of a surprise either way, I think, for this stream, and we have got an hour to discuss it, so at least we've got that. But yeah, let's get into it. So obviously this is my team on the screen of what it currently looks like. I know there is a lot of flags for many players, and we did say beforehand do not make any early transfers leading up to this week, because it was a 2-week gap where there was a lot of football being played for many players. But in goal, I got Pickford in goal. So he has Crystal Palace away. Back three of Huijsen, Munoz, and Trent, who has a double against Wolves and Aston Villa away. Midfield, we got Mbeumo, Palmer, Salah with the double, and Rodgers alongside him too, along with Kluivert, who I'm playing this week, who's got Southampton. And up front, we got Woods and Gakpo. Now, Woods is an interesting one because obviously he scored a hat-trick in that double game week, which a lot of people sold him for. He was the most transferred out player, Chris Wood. And I imagine for this week, it's the complete polar opposite, where I don't know if he's the most transferred in. He's the third most transferred in player, which doesn't surprise me after his hat-trick. And then obviously we've got a flagged Gakpo, who's got Wolves and Aston Villa away. So on the bench, obviously Vardy, Marston. My assistant manager chip is still activated, with Moyes currently there, with Isaac, Milenkovic, and Mikalenko on the bench as options. And before I obviously discuss my plans, I will take a few of your comments and see what's going on, because obviously there is a lot to obviously get through in this stream. So obviously first comment is from Steve. Hi guys, seems to be so much chaos everywhere. Really looking forward to a nice, calm, informed chat. Yeah, you're certainly going to get that, Steve, in this stream, as well as talking about lots of things, and a lot's happened in the past 2 weeks. There's obviously a lot to talk about, but yeah, hopefully it's a nice, calm, and not such a chaotic stream. We all like a nice, relaxing one. And then we've got Jenny in chat says, hello, thoughts on starting Gakpo or bench? Well, the thing with Gakpo is, with his flag, I'm not sure how serious, obviously, what happened to Gakpo. It is down as a knock, so I'm not entirely sure. If I had to go on top of my head, I don't think Gakpo would play both games, considering Liverpool have had quite a few fixtures every 3 days, and like Slot likes to do, he likes to rotate. So we might see Gakpo potentially benched for one of these games, and depending on his injury, obviously, whether he starts against Wolves. And we have us in the chat. So welcome us to the stream.
Yeah. How you doing? All good?
Yeah, all good. It's a lot of catching up to do, obviously, it feels like ages since we last on the stream.
Feels like it's been a while since the stream. I know we were discussing Gakpo for a sec. Yeah, for those that haven't seen, Gakpo did go off injured. He had a knock in the Everton game. He was subbed, and Slot has actually said today in his press conference that obviously Gakpo's carrying a knock, but we have to see how it goes. So with Gakpo, there is that worry there he might miss the Wolves game. No, I don't know how serious it is, but if he misses Wolves, then obviously it's only a single game week for him. I mean, would you sell? I think I probably would sell Gakpo now if I had him.
Yeah, because
And he might even miss both. We don't actually know how serious it is.
Yeah, because I think without the injury and the flag, I think Gakpo would start one anyway and be benched in the other because Liverpool have played a lot of football and sort of likes to rotate, and especially this period where Liverpool are playing a lot of fixtures. Again, another double game week. We could see Gakpo either, well, if he wasn't flagged, benched in Wolves or Aston Villa, but now I'm not sure. But probably missing out on Wolves, as you said.
Yeah, I think he'll miss Wolves. Never know. Obviously, Liverpool do have options, so they won't rush him. You know, Jota's back, Diaz is there, Darwin's there as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to play now that game. We're not going to get any news, obviously, because Liverpool is the Sunday fixture. I'll just show you guys my team as well on the screen quickly. I've got a few injury issues as well, potentially. So I'll quickly go from my bus team. Pickford in goal, Mikalenko, Gabriel, and Trent at the back. Obviously, Liverpool have a double game week this week. In the midfield five, I should say. Clivert, Salah, Palmer, Rogers, Gordon. Salah and Rogers do have that game against each other midweek. And yeah, Isak and Wood up front. And as you can see from my bench, Ndai, who's red flagged, I think he's done his ligament. So he's going to be out probably for a while. So he's someone I'm looking to transfer out. And we know Rogers has a double, so I'm happy to keep him. In terms of the other forward, Watkins, I think, is on a lot of people's minds. Obviously, Aston Villa have a double. So if I could afford Watkins, I probably would do a Watkins move, but I can't get to Watkins unless I take maybe multiple hits, which I'm not sure I want to do. So yeah, that's my bus team. Gordon is flagged, but Eddie Howe did say in his press conference Gordon is fine. So I don't expect him to miss out against Man City. So assuming he's fine, then I'll probably play him. I believe I have one free transfer as well. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, I've got one free transfer, and I actually don't know what to do this week. I think I'm probably going to roll, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think I'll probably roll and then sort of go from there. I think my team's decent. I mean, is there anything else you'd sort of do to my team, Jordan, or would you roll as well?
I was thinking, because you have the money to do it, would you be tempted to take out Isak for this week and place Watkins there, who has a double with Ipswich and Liverpool for just 1 week, and then bring Isak back potentially?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not keen on it because I have a feeling that Isak's probably going to score against Man City anyway. And then I'll have to bring Isak back because Isak is now confirmed he's going to have a double game week in 32, obviously. We probably will wildcard before then anyway, so might not be the worst thing taking Isak out for Watkins. But I wouldn't be surprised if Isak gets maybe a goal or two against that Man City defense, the way they're playing right now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. I'm not sure I want to do it. I've got 1 billion. I don't actually know if I've got the exact money to do it. Let's have a look. Let's say I take Isak out. That leaves me with 10.2. So yeah, I can get to Watkins pretty easily. There you go. And he's got double. Yeah, would you do it in my position? I mean, Ipswich is a nice fixture, you'd say, for Villa.
Yeah, 2 home fixtures for Aston Villa. And with Duran gone, does mean Watkins plays a lot more minutes now we expect. So there's no doubt with him being rotated as much. And yeah, if you could do it one straight move, which you can do from Isak, you guys Man City. I know it's a fixture where Man City haven't been the best this season and have conceded. 2 teams and expected to concede against Newcastle, and Isaac probably scored in that. But it does give Watkins 2 opportunities where Isaac only has 1 to get potentially more goals than him.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a few comments and then we'll see what the chat are saying. Jordan, long time no see. Just finished work. What's the latest news? And hello, House 2 says Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Yeah, we're doing well, Dan. Nice to see you in the chat. Let us know your questions as well, guys. Good news today for us who played triple captain last week and now have 2 double game weeks in 32 and 33. Yeah, I think if you play triple captain or Salah, you probably won the game week because obviously Salah 87 points if you triple captained him, and those that did it obviously paid off big time. Hi guys, thoughts on Martinelli to Trossard or Kluivert? The thing with Kluivert, I heard his partner had a child and a baby, so I don't know if that's gonna mean he's gonna miss a game. Let us know, guys, if you've heard anything about that. Is he gonna miss a game? Because there is that slight worry he could be missing.
I know Trossard is interesting because we obviously heard the news of Martinelli out injured for Arsenal. It does mean Trossard's minutes are pretty much nailed now for 90 without obviously that rotation. So I think if you expect him to get most of the goals for Arsenal, I'm still not sure on Arsenal's main goal scorer without obviously Saka being there. So I'm not sure whether I'll do Martinelli to Trossard. I'll probably go towards obviously Kluivert more, but bear in mind what Huss just mentioned about his newborn baby. Obviously, if potentially missing that game, but I'll probably pick Kluivert over Trossard for now.
Yeah. We know Arsenal have a bunch of injuries as well with Havertz missing, so it could be nice to go for sort of a differential with Trossard now being nailed because of that. Would you consider Gakpo and Moyes to slot and Mateta or Cunha for a -4, or just get Emery and bench Gakpo for Wood? I'd be tempted to bring Emery in, to be honest, and just go and bring in and just play Chris Wood, against Fulham. Do you need that -4 for slot? I'm not sure, personally.
I mean, who would be the better manager to bring in this week? Emery or Slot? Do you think?
Personally, I would still say, I mean, Slot's got Wolves and Villa. I still would say Slot, personally, because there's still a chance Liverpool can win both those games. I think they should beat Wolves at home. Villa away, the tough game. However, we also got to look on the flip side where, I don't know if you've seen the news, but Aston Villa actually contacted the FA and tried to get that Liverpool game moved because of the fixture congestion. Because Aston Villa play 5 games in 14 days, I think it is. And they were, not happy with that fixture being put in because, as you know, Liverpool should have had a 3 game week because Liverpool only doubled because obviously they went through to the Carabao because Liverpool would have had a week gap. That Aston Villa game got moved in there. So Aston Villa tried to actually get that fixture moved back into next month. But obviously FA declined it and they're going to keep it for this game week. So Aston Villa also have a bit of a tricky period where they've got a lot of games. So it could also play into either teams had Liverpool's or Villa's. But I think Slot is still the better pick this week. But I know Moyes outscored him, 21 points I think Moyes got after that draw. But obviously Liverpool were very close of getting the win last pretty much seconds of the game. But yeah, I'm still happy with Slot and I'm going to keep him for this week personally. Got Enzo, Pedro, and Gakpo with 2 free transfers and 3.1 million in the bank. What should I do? Probably go Gakpo up to Watkins. So it's an easy move there. Brings in another double R as well.
Yeah, and if you haven't got Rodgers either, you can swap Enzo out for him in the midfield.
Yep.
And have 2 doubles.
Play Mikalenko or Robinson. Probably Mikalenko.
Yeah,
probably.
Robinson has a tough one. It's not in the Forest. And after last week, dare not go against not in the Forest. Like especially the Chris Wood sellers from last game week.
Yep. Thoughts on Bruno and Gakpo to Rogers and Watkins and get slot for assistant manager. Sorry. Yeah, I like those moves. I think Bruno and Gakpo are good transfers out because obviously you get two doublers in and you get Slot who's got a double as well. So yeah, I think those moves make sense. Cliver himself posted saying he will play, but how much you can read into that, I don't know. I also saw someone say he did say he will play, but here's hoping. Hopefully you've got bench cover because he's got a nice fixture against Southampton this week. Wood to Watkins, Gordon to Rogers, Ahmad to Clivert for a -4, bench and Burmo. Thoughts? What do you reckon on this one, Jordan?
Or mentioning Burmo when he's got, what is it, West Ham away. I don't know. It's a tough one for a single game week. I think that's all right for in Burmo. I don't know if I want to bench him, but I like the moves of Wood to Watkins. Well, yeah, I like the move. Obviously, I want to bring back Wood back in after bringing Watkins in this week. And then Gordon to Rogers seems all right, and then Ahmad to Cliver for a -4. It's just benching in Burma. If there's a way you can fit in Burma into your team, considering whoever else is in the midfield, then yeah, that's fine. I think they're good moves.
Also, for those that haven't seen the news as well, just letting everyone know, Newcastle have a double game week in game week 32. So Newcastle have Man United at home and Crystal Palace at home. So 2 home fixtures for Newcastle in the double. So you might want to triple up on them potentially. And Palace also have a double, but it's not as easy. So 2 away games, away at Man City and away at Newcastle for Palace. So you might want to have a Palace player as well. But it's good for news for people, with wild card, free hit, bench boost, and if you still got triple captain or assistant manager left, it is good news because you can use this double now to play and use maybe triple captain Isak in that week when you've got 2 nice home fixtures. Moyes to Emery and Isak to Watkins, or Mbeumo to Semenyo to fund AM change, all for -4. I like Isak to Watkins, but I don't know. I still feel like Isak will probably score against Man City, so I wouldn't go there. I'd probably rather the other one. So I'll just keep Isak at this point.
Yeah,
personally,
I would prefer doing more to Emery and Isak to Watkins rather than the second choice of going in Burma to Semenyo. I think bringing those two in for the double and then keeping in Burma instead of Semenyo is a.
Oh, breaking news. It's football related news. So I don't know. Oh, let me have a look. Man City score major victory as Premier League sponsorship rules declared void. So it looks like Man City have won one of their cases. So yeah, just seen that pop up on my
surprising.
Yeah. So these are the sponsorship. I don't think that's been related to the other charges, but I think they're sponsorship charges. Just thought I'd tweet it because it came up on my feed. Ahmad to Clivert. Yep, I like that move. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. You too, Jenny. Hopefully you have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm thinking of sticking with Gakpo, Isak, Watkins.
Wood out.
Yeah, I think Wood's out fine if you can bring in Watkins. Personally, it's a double, so I like it. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel as well, and follow us on Twitter, Insta, and Discord. So yeah, thank you for that as always, Hizami. Really appreciate your support. Hello everyone. I got 114 points and still got a red arrow. Is it sensible to take a -4 from Moyes to Emery and one of Gordon or Palmer to a Villa midfielder? I'm feeling an Asensio risk, I think it means. What did you make of this comment, Jordan?
Yeah, surprising you got a red arrow for 114 points for the last game week. But yeah, I think a -4 is sensible, especially for those players and the obviously assistant manager. You're switching them out because Moores now has a single, and Emery obviously had the double against Ipswich and Liverpool, and either taking Gordon or Palmer to a Villa midfielder. Yeah, absolutely fine. I think a lot of people are doubting now Palmer in there, but Gordon has Man City this week. So I'll probably take out Gordon for a Villa midfielder. And yeah, the rest of it, the -4 seems to be fine. For this week, Adeka, it will make up for it. or should
Yeah.
do.
Also, as you guys may have just seen, I've changed my defender. I've actually benched Mikalenko now, and I'm going to play Robinson just because it's a home fixture. I forgot he was a home fixture for Fulham. So I know Forest are a tough team this season, but I'm going to back the home fixture. And obviously, Everton playing away from home. So we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, because you have got Pickford to cover as
Yeah.
well there, so it does make sense to play Robinson instead of Mikalenko.
That's just why I thought I'd do it as well, because I've got some Everton cover there. And I think I'm going to roll. I would have probably made a move if Gordon was injured, but I think Gordon is fine. I mean, Eddie Howe said he's okay. So as far as I'm aware, I'm just going to see the news on Gordon. Everyone's taking Gordon out though, so
I might be partly because he has Man City away. People see the Man City fixture, I think that puts people off. But I think it's still a good fixture if Gordon plays. But
yeah,
we've seen flags be put off by people, but it's not necessarily the case sometimes. The flag can be a bit misleading.
Can I get and die? Let me see if I could take a -4 for anyhow to get in. Let's see. Let's say I take out and die for Watkins, right? And then Gordon for 5.1 million. Nah, not really.
Yeah.
Not really possible. Who's a 5 million midfielder? Dango, actually. Ooh, that looks quite nice, you know. Get Wattre in. We've got Southampton. That's a -4 though, which not keen on taking hits, but I can do Watkins for a double. And I go Dango. I have double Bournemouth against Southampton for a -4. I just didn't realize I could do this. That leaves me with 0.0 as well in the bank. Would you go there, guys, for a -4?
I mean, I would only do it this week because they have Southampton.
Steve, let me know what you think of that move, because he says if you've got Rodgers and a Bournemouth mid, no need to take out Gordon. Yeah, there's no need to take out Gordon if he's fit, because obviously he was flagged. But Eddie Howe basically said Anthony should be fine. This is what Eddie Howe actually said. Anthony Gordon should be fine. He has trained this week. It was a thigh problem, but he has responded well to treatment over the weekend. Now, are they going to play him tomorrow? And Anthony Gordon is actually the most transferred out player this week. He's had over 500,000 transfers out, which is the most. So I don't know. I think I'm going to sell him, guys. I just realized because I don't want to take that risk of him not playing, and I can also bring in another 2 brilliant players. Realistically, and I'd bench Chris Wood, I think.
Oh,
But who else would you bench? Really, I'd have to bench Chris Wood against Fulham.
See, that's one player that I would be afraid to have on the bench, especially after him scoring a hat trick out of nowhere. I don't think not many people saw that coming. But what's the option if let's say you have Gordon still and he doesn't play, who would be the bench cover for him? Is there who would be the bench cover for Gordon if he doesn't start?
It would be. Wait, so who doesn't play if Gordon doesn't play?
Yeah, if Gordon doesn't play,
no one. It'll be a defender. It'll be Mikalenko.
In that case, then I would probably do the move, because that move is worthwhile more than Mikalenko playing. In the case that Gordon doesn't,
his Amy says, "Don't do it. You'll regret them after the deadline. Don't sell Gordon." That's the one.
See, I got rid of Gordon last week. I'd like to have Anthony Gordon in the team, but
I think I'm gonna do it personally
Yeah,
because I think Dango, Watra Dango, having that differential, because most people won't be able to have Bournemouth double up against Southampton, looks really tasty, I think. And then I also get Watkins against Ipswich.
yeah. 'Cause
Watkins against Ipswich, that makes up the -4 as it is, really, in terms of just his appearance points will make up the hit.
yeah, 'cause I don't like Gordon's fixtures in the next three. He's got Man City this week, but then Nottingham Forest and then Liverpool. And then after that, West Ham, which is an easy one. But there's also blank game week 29, and Newcastle will blank as well in that run. So will Gordon get much out of those three difficult fixtures, and then the one easy one against West Ham, or is it worth taking him out now early? Because I don't think Gordon will have that many returns from now till obviously bank game week 29, in my opinion.
Mm.
I mean, if you look at his points, he hasn't really had that many double hauls. He's had single digit hauls. Only two have been like where he's achieved 10 points. The rest he's had 9, 7, 6. So yeah, it's nice to have had Gordon, ticks along nicely, but there is other midfielders that potentially get more points, I think. But I don't know if I'll do Dango.
With Isak, right, and Watkins, I would not want to take out Isak for Watkins, personally. I'd rather have I'd rather keep Isak rather than taking him out and bringing him back in. Because I'm in a position where I can bring Watkins in on top of Isak, I do like it for a -4. And I can have both of them big hitters up front, which does attract me to go there. Hizami says Dango is a mistake. I don't think he is, to be fair. I think how many goals has he got now? He's scored quite a few goals now, and I like the Bournemouth. I don't mind doubling up on Bournemouth the way they're scoring goals. And against Southampton, who knows? Could be 3-4-0.
I mean, he scored that wild hat trick against Nottingham Forest, which just came out of nowhere. But he's had 6 goals so far this season. 3 of them actually came from that game. But it is Southampton. It's one of those fixtures where Dango could probably get a goal in, and a player like Semenyo or Cliver may not get a goal. So I think I would only have him though for this week. I don't think I would continue to have this player after game week 24.
Because I'm probably going to wildcard in 31 as well. So I do want to take a few risks. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to do because that knowing I can get in Watkins and Dango for a -4 for Ndai, who's injured, and Gordon, who's flagged, but he'll probably play.
Yeah.
I hope Gordon doesn't play tomorrow night. If I do it and then Gordon plays and scores, it would be annoying. And he's the type of player that can easily score against Man City, I think, on the counter attack.
Yeah, I mean the chat is against this plan. The chat says keep Gordon. I don't sell him. So maybe keeping Gordon. But I don't know, Gordon's fixture's not great either. And there's that. I know Man City haven't been the greatest home or away, but I still think that's a tough game.
Mm. So you could go for Wanyeri instead of Dango. That's a shout. Wanyeri has Leicester. But no, I don't know. I think I want to go with the Bournemouth guys.
Also for Robin, if you had to bench one out of Mateta and Burma, Cliver and Isak, who would it be?
Who do they play? Probably
plays Everton.
Mateta plays Everton. No, sorry, Mateta plays Everton, right? And then Burmo plays
West Ham.
West Ham. That's a tough one. I don't want to be in that position where you've got to bench one of those.
I think
probably Probably Mateta or Clivert.
Yeah, I think
Probably
Mateta.
Mateta.
Yeah, because it is Everton. I mean, it's not easy to score against Everton. I know Liverpool done it, scoring 2 against them, but I mean, a lot of teams have struggled to score against them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I'll probably go for Mateta. Out of all those options, I think he would be the odds.
I seem to remember either last season or before everyone jumping on Man City before a Southampton game and it went south. Yeah, I remember it. I think Man City lost. Looks like wildcard 30-31. Clivert on Wanyeri. I still would go for Clivert, I think. But Wanyeri could be decent, especially with the injuries Arsenal have. You know, Wanyeri is probably going to get a lot of minutes now on that right-hand side because they don't really have anyone else. Lewis says, hello, good morning. I got Sarr. Should I start him or sell? Got 6 million in the bank. Options is Chelsea or Bournemouth. Maybe Marlin or Asensio. Tielemans, Ramsey. Any shout? 6.2 million midfielder to spend or roll. I would go for Morgan Rogers. I think he's the Aston Villa midfielder to go for. That's nailed to play. Because obviously with Asensio, Marlin, I just would worry about their minutes. So I would go for Rogers, which is a safe pick. And he's also got goal threat. So that's what I'd do in your case, Lewis. I got Rogers already. Then I'll go Clivert. Or I'd personally bring in a Bournemouth midfielder. Or it could be Dango if you want to go there. But I think Bournemouth have a really nice fixture this week against Southampton away.
Yeah, Clivert is the most transferred in player this week as well. So he's a popular option if you don't want to go against the grind.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously just switching over to my transfer page. Obviously I have plans to make for obviously my team because of my manager being a single game week and I still got the system manager chip activated. I will need to switch him if I want obviously either Emery or Slot. But here's the current situation. So I've got no money in the bank with 2 free transfers. I think the 2 free transfers leaves me in a good position to obviously make some moves without taking hits this week. So just trying to remember what I was planning to do because it's been such a long time. Yeah, now it's come to be all right. The plan was to take out Gakpo. I'm not sure he'll play the double. Now, the player to bring in for Gakpo was initially Wissa, even though I got Mbeumo as cover. It was going to be Wissa to take that position. I'm just going to put him in there for now. It's not definite, but he's there. And then obviously taking Moyles out for Slot. That leaves me enough money.
I've not even seen your plans. What are you up to?
So it's similar to the plans I said around the knee jerk 2 weeks ago. So taking out obviously Gakpo and then bringing in, let's say Wissa, for example, at the moment. It's not 100% locked in, but that does fund the move to take out Moyles and then bring in Slot, who has the double this week. So I still have triple Liverpool by Gakpo, and then obviously Slot as the replacement. And that obviously leaves me with 0.3 in the bank using all my transfers. So I've got none left to use. But I was also contemplating, because I got Wissa there already, is taking out Mbeumo. So I've already got the Brentford cover. And I don't know what you feel about this, but bringing in Rashford to
I'm
double,
not keen on it.
to double up
It's,
on
it's more for the minutes.
Yeah.
You can get to Watkins though, can't you? Surely. For Wissa or Wood. And you'd rather keep Mbeumo there, take out Wissa.
I don't think I have enough money because I have 6.6.
No.
I have nowhere near enough to bring in Watkins. Otherwise, I would do that. But
Okay.
I was just thinking because I can't get Watkins in, maybe I can get more cover than Rodgers, and then bring in maybe a
Do you
Rashford.
think? Do you think they'll do well, like likes of Asensio, Rashford, Watkins, even against Liverpool? How do you see that game going against Liverpool? Because they're also, I know a lot of people saying Liverpool, a lot of games, Aston Villa as well.
I mean, I don't expect to win for them, but I kind of expect them to score at least in that game against Liverpool. Like, something tells me that they'll maybe nick a goal
Yeah,
or two in that game, like Everton did, as we saw. I feel the same against Aston Villa. I don't think that will be in
yeah,
like a 0 to Liverpool. I think there will be a goal score for Aston Villa.
yeah. Of course, I'm hoping for a clean sheet in that game, but yeah, you probably think Liverpool do concede in that game, and if they do, then obviously, you'd expect Watkins, etc., to be involved. I'm probably going to do it. By the way, I'm probably going to bring in Watkins. I just want to. I'm in my rank 600k, as you can see from the screen. I took a -4 last week. I could take another -4. I'm not too fussed with it really. If it's a double, I don't mind. And I feel like I have to do something different. So having Watkins in a double when a lot of people won't go there because they can't afford him, and then getting in double Bournemouth, Southampton could pay off. I mean, what would you reckon? Would you do it, or would you just play Gordon against City and then bench? Because I am going to bench Wood, by the way. If I do this, I've got a benching headache. I have to bench Chris Wood.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to bench Chris Wood, so I'd probably go with the other plan. Not after that hat trick last week will I ever bench Chris Wood. He's just been too
Was it
reliable.
last week where you got the hat trick?
Yeah, it's the week where he was the most transferred out player and he got the hat trick
7-0,
against
yeah.
Brighton in that massive win. Yeah, massive bounce back because before that they lost heavily to Bournemouth and then kicked back with a 7-0 win after that.
Yeah, it was a home game though, and obviously Fulham away is a more of a tough game, so I could just be tempted, you know. Let us know, guys, in the chat. What should I do? Hi, guys. Bench Pedro, Porro, or Kirkes? I think Porro. If Eze takes pens for Palace, and I think bench Mateta. Does anyone know who actually takes them? I think it is Eze who takes them, right? Sorry, no, Mateta does take them, I believe.
Yeah, Mateta does take pens.
Should I get Better or Wissa? I don't know really.
If you haven't got Burmo, then I would suggest Wissa as cover if you want Brentford players. I'm not sure about Beto because he's really good. He was really good in that Liverpool game.
Yeah, he did cause some problems.
Yeah,
scored. I mean, it should have been a free kick, you know, as we know.
Yeah.
But he did score and he got the goal. So I mean, what's Everton's fixtures like? I think Everton, obviously under Moyes, they're playing a lot better now. Sorry.
Yeah, under Moyes, Everton have unlocked a new in terms of attack. They've unlocked a new feat because we never saw them be this attacking before. We've always seen them defensively under Sean Dyche, but Moyes has changed that format.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing well, so
yeah, they're definitely scoring more goals.
Would you do Hall to Kirkes? Nope, I don't think I would. Gordon to Mbermo or Rodgers for -4. I'll just do Gordon out probably to Rodgers for free and leave Hall. I have 2 free transfers and 1.8 in the bank. 2 free transfers, 1.8 in the bank. Gakpo to Watkins or Robinson to Royson. Easy. Gakpo to Watkins, I think, is quite an easy move for me personally.
Yeah, if you can reach it. Gakpo to Watkins.
I'll let you take the rest of the comments, Jordan.
Yeah, David, not like us to be totally undecided as the deadline approaches. It has been a long time since he said the last one, and there's been a lot of ifs and what ifs between that time. Really surprised Roman at the mass sale of Newcastle assets because even Double Gameweek announcement earlier. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people have taken early transfers before this announcement even happened. So I think the influx was I think most of it was before that announcement earlier on. So I think a lot of people, if they saw that announcement sooner, there wouldn't be that many Newcastle assets transferred out. But yeah, with that in mind, I think that might be next week. It might be a bit different. The mass sale of Newcastle assets, maybe not. Banny, I have Isaac, Hall, Robinson on the bench because Wood, Gakpo up front, and Palmer, Rogers, Salah, Cliver, and Burma in midfield. Should I use bench boost or triple captain Salah? Haven't used assistant manager as well. Well, it depends on your plans, your chip strategy, on when to use them. But Salah does have the double against Wolves and Aston Villa, so if you haven't used triple captain yet, I'd probably want to use it on Salah while he has a double game week. So that would be my first priority. To use it on him this week. And then obviously there's more doubles planned, like we discussed with Crystal Palace having a double along with Newcastle. There you could probably use your bench boost or assistant manager chip, whichever you prefer there. And yeah, the rest is totally unreliable and up to you. But that's where I probably would go with your team if I still had those chips left there. And Harney, Gordon to Rogers and Enzo to Cliver and Moyles to Emery, all for a -4, or Gordon to Dango and Dye to Watkins and Moyles to Emery. I'll probably go with the first option for the -4, where you obviously do Gordon to Rogers, Enzo to Cliver, and Moyles to Emery for the -4. I think Gordon to Dango. Dango's only a 1 week punt. I think I'll never really keep him after that. And obviously, it does mean you can bring in Watkins from Ndiaye and Moyes to Emery, but I think I prefer the first pick that you've gone for. And Steve, the way this year is going with surprise announcements is almost harder to manage than the COVID year. It is true, there's been a lot of surprise announcements that doesn't give us much time to really consider and think about, where it's rushed, it feels like, and hard to get your head around as well because of the fast turnaround. This season is different because of the fixture schedule. It's not like the other ones we've had previously. It's a new format that they are trying to sort of incongest the fixtures, but I think later in the season it feels a little bit more relaxed. Mark, Gakpo to Mateta and Salah triple captain. Yes, if you still got triple captain, this is your probably the last chance to use it on Salah if you want it on him because of the double. I don't think Liverpool will double again this season after this week. So yeah, I like the move. Gakpo probably won't play both games, or at least start both games. So going Gakpo to Mateta will have a double later down the line as well. So long term, good moves.
Yep. And Ndiaye replacement. Obviously, I'm in this boat, and I can go straight from Ndiaye to Watkins.
Yeah, I was about to say Huss is in the same situation where he might look for a replacement, and that possibly could be obviously Watkins if you can afford it. With 2.4 million in the bank, I'm not sure if you can do that move. So instead of Watkins, who would be the second best option to go for? Let's say there's not a double game week player, it'd be a single game week player.
It's tough. It's tough to say, really. I don't really like any of the forwards, personally. That's why I'm gonna move to Watkins. I think I'm not keen on any of the forwards. I mean, Wissa and Mateta probably are the ones. They feel quite short term. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'll probably say Wissa or Mateta because Mateta has a double later, so that'll set you up nicely for that replacement from Ndiaye. And I think you can afford that, Abbas. And Roman, are you allowed free it in game at 29? Probably am, because the only chips I have left is free hit and bench boost. And obviously blank game at 29 will be the obviously the week where I might have a lot of players that won't play, because Newcastle included, amongst others. So yeah, I'm probably going to free hit a game at 29. Us might not, I'll have to wait and see because he has wildcard also in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to do my move because there's 15 minutes left. I'm going to play my own game. It's going to be different. And I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to take out Gordon and I'm going to take out Ndai. I'm going to bring in Dango and I'm going to bring in Watkins. And then I'm going to bench Chris Wood, I think, who's got Fulham away. I know he's come off a hat trick and I did enjoy the 17-pointer. Fulham's, team. No, Fulham won't concede as many, I don't think. I mean, I've been impressed with Fulham. They beat Newcastle 2-1, lost 1-0 to Man United, but they don't concede that many goals. So I'm hoping, Wood doesn't score. But if he does scores one and Dango scores, I wouldn't be against it. Because essentially I'm choosing to play Dango or Chris Wood. And I like Dango's fixture against Southampton. I think Southampton is definitely the team to target this season. Probably the worst team in the league. So I'm going to make the transfers. Gordon and Dye for Dango and Watkins for a -4 as well. So yeah, it is a hit I'm taking. And we know Watkins will blank in 29 as well. So I'm pushing myself towards a free hit 29 as well, doing this move, which I'm not fussed about anyway. So I'm going to confirm that, and that's done. Watkins is coming into the team, and Chris Wood's going out. Save that, and I've got Wood first bench, Mikalenko second bench, and Lewis third bench. Now, assistant manager is active as well, obviously on slot. So that's it, guys. That's the -4. I've got out of the way. I've got now triple Liverpool because I've got Slot, Trent, and Salah, and I've got double Aston Villa, which I think is the two best picks from Aston Villa, which is Rodgers and Watkins. I'm not keen on a third pick, like going with an Aston Villa defender. I don't see many clean sheets coming up for Villa. So yeah, that's the team. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Are you lads free hitting in game week 29? Yeah, it's possible. I've left the option open because obviously I've got Aston Villa players who blank. Liverpool blank as well, don't they? In 29. So if you've got triple Liverpool and you've not got a free hit,
Yeah.
I know you're in that boat. Liverpool blank in 29 because they'll be playing the Carabao Cup final. Newcastle blank as well. So Isak. So it's going to be, I don't know how you're going to navigate 29 with.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a free hit for me, definitely. Because I have Crystal Palace players.
Have you got a free hit still left?
I still have the free hit and the bench boost left.
Okay.
Those two chips. So
Cool.
yeah.
I don't know why I thought you used your free hit for something. I thought you used it earlier on.
I don't think actually. No, I haven't. It said unavailable, but that's because the assistant manager was available.
Oh yeah.
At the moment.
Okay.
I was thinking, when did I use that?
All right. Yeah. What's the plans then for this week?
Oh yes, of course. I better make my plans before obviously this game deadline is up. So yeah, I mean the plan is to take out Gakpo. That's for certain. The replacement, I'm still set on. It's either Mateta or Wissa. I'll probably go Mateta. And I think I can. No, actually, I can't go Mateta. It has to be Wissa. It's a bit overkill because it's double Brentford already. But I'll probably go Wissa and then take out Moyles for Slot, who has the double. And yeah, I think that is all I'm going to do. That does leave me 0.3 with 2 free transfers used without a hit. Not sure about Rashford because we haven't seen him in the Premier League yet, so it's not sure how he'll get on. So I'm not going to take that risk. And even if I did, I'll probably have to take out Mbeumo to do it, which I don't know if I want to do that. So I think I'll roll with this, taking out those two players. So yeah, I'm going to make transfers before I change my mind again. So I'm taking out Gakpo and Moyles and bringing in Wissa and Slot for free.
So you're doing where? The Gakpo and Moyes out.
Yeah.
For Wissa and Slot. Okay, cool. And that's for free, right?
Yeah, that's for free. I had 2 free transfers to use, and those will be the ones I use it on. So I'm going to confirm that now, and I'll switch over to the other screen where it's more clearer because this new format I do not like at all.
I'm guessing you're not gonna. Are you gonna use another transfer on your manager next week? Because Slot has is it Man City? Who's
Slot. He has
Man City.
Man City away. Yeah.
Man City away. In 26. I'm assuming you're going to use another transfer on Slot, or
Yeah, I'll probably use a free transfer on the manager again. Maybe go for like I don't know, an Amorim or Spurs player or Spurs manager maybe.
Mhm.
Some team that's lower down the obviously the table and playing against a higher team possibly to
Okay.
maybe get some upside.
You've got a bit of a benching headache as well, which is similar to what I'm in at the moment. Are you not? You might have to bench Chris Wood or Wissa or Clive.
Yes, because obviously Isaac is on the first team bench.
Are you playing
And
Isak?
I mean, I probably have to because going against Isaac,
Who are you benching though? Because this is interesting. Because obviously you've told me not to bench Wood.
it'll probably have to be Cliver. Even though he has Southampton away, it's very hard to bench him against Isaac, who has a very iffy Man City. And yes, benching Cliver has got Southampton seems a bit mad as well. But I'm not benching Chris Wood.
What about Wissa though? You just brought him in, but you got double Brentford already, or Clive playing against the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I'll probably have to take a risk on obviously Cliver and see what Southampton do in that game because they are sort of fighting relegation, so it's not going to be easy for Bournemouth. It will be a bit tricky for them.
Fair enough, man. I can't believe that decision, but
yeah,
it's your call.
yeah. I mean, what's the worst that can happen for Cliver?
Scores a hat trick, which he definitely can, or he can get 2 goals. I mean, I'm pretty bold on Bournemouth this week, as you guys can see. I've bought in 2 of their players. I have a feeling they might go big, so I'm quite confident playing both. Yeah, I'm definitely playing both personally. I wouldn't bench Clive. That's just my advice. But obviously, you're in a tricky spot as well because you've just bought in Wissa. You don't really want to bench Isak, and obviously Chris Wood. I've chosen to bench Chris Wood when he can obviously score as well against Fulham. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens either way. If Chris Wood scores, obviously, hopefully he doesn't for me, but we'll see.
Yeah, because the other option was to take out Isaac and then bring in Watkins for free. And then I'll still probably have to downgrade somewhere to get Slot in.
Yeah.
Because I still wouldn't have enough money, but I could have got Emery.
You could have maybe done Emery and Watkins, but you'd probably want Isak back later anyway, so...
Yeah, that's it. That'll be only for 1 week if I did take out Isaac.
Yeah.
But I don't hate too much benching Cliver. We might get a shock. You never know. We've seen many this season a shock. Like we expect a pounding from Bournemouth against Southampton, but then the complete opposite happens. Southampton somehow win that game and Bournemouth have a mess of a game.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Bournemouth have scored a lot of goals as well recently. I think they got 5 the other week. Against Liverpool, they could have scored as well. It was a bit unlucky that they probably at least should have had 1 goal. So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Erica saying you can't doubt Chris Wood as well, who's I think 17 goals for him now this season. Play João Pedro, last minute decisions. Nope, I would transfer out João Pedro at this rate. It's been a great chat, guys. Truly the best to you. We're all in this together, says Steve. Yeah, hopefully we have a good game week. And join us Sunday evening when we see how we got on. Obviously, it's a double game week, so Liverpool play next Wednesday, I think it is, isn't it? Until the final game week will conclude. And die to Wissa or play Pedro. Who's Pedro actually got?
Chelsea.
Sorry, no. Yeah, Pedro's got Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably bring in Wissa at this rate.
I mean, Wissa's had a lot more goal opportunity than Pedro has. I know Pedro's on obviously penalties, but Brighton haven't had that many penalties.
Yeah, João Pedro has been pretty poor recently. I think he's not scored in ages. It feels like so. Yeah, I'd probably just take him out at this point now. I took him out weeks ago. Gakpo to Wissa for a -4, setting myself up for 29 with no free hit. Yeah, I think I would probably get rid of Gakpo now, just because of that doubt that he's got. Is he going to play both? Even if he was fit, he probably wouldn't have played both. Or maybe he would have played both but come off early, because obviously Liverpool have a double. So, yeah, I would probably get rid of Gakpo now.
Yeah. And I think that's the reason why we're deciding to do it, because Slot doesn't like to play players that, even if it's not a serious injury, have a minor one. He still likes to bench them if he has the replacement there for Gakpo, a fully fit player instead.
Yeah. We saw Trent as well was benched against Everton, came on. He didn't want to rush him back. So, yeah, Slot does, take his time as well, bringing players back to make sure they don't re-injure themselves.
I'm probably going to put the vice on Rodgers because it's on Pickford.
Yeah, my vice is on Trent, I think. I'll probably leave it on Trent. Obviously, Salah's going to be the captain. I think there's no debate this week, right? I know you were saying you want to go different from Salah.
Yeah, I think I resent that comment.
87 pointer from Salah last game week.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know what the highest triple captain has been in history.
One of the highest, I think.
That's got to be one of the highest, yeah. 87.
But yeah, guys, drop your likes on the chat, or drop the likes on the video, I should say. Hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. A lot more to come as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game week. Obviously, big one for Liverpool, double Wolves and Villa, and then after that it's Man City. So yeah, definitely big game week, massive game week, I think. And yeah, I'm actually happy with my moves actually. And I came up with it on the stream because I never looked too much at my team. I was always planning to roll, but then when I saw I can bring in Watkins for a -4, and I get Dan going as well, I thought it's worth it. So we'll see. I think KDB had 90. Yeah, KDB once did have 90 with the triple captain because he did score 4 goals, I think, against Wolves, was it? I remember that now, actually.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I think that's it from us. Deadline's pretty close. If you haven't done your moves, get a move on. You got about 2 minutes before the deadline.
Yeah, different. Obviously, deadline Friday evening ones, so it's exciting. Obviously, after work, Friday night football.
Yeah, Friday night football. I won't be watching this one. Chelsea Brighton could be a decent game, so I'll keep an eye out on it. But yeah.
Yeah, important game. Obviously, for Chelsea, just about scraping a win against West Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Losing to obviously Man City before that. But yeah, Chelsea are a bit tilted on one side to the other. What you're going to expect to win or draw or loss from them.
Mm-hmm.
But with Brighton conceding 7-2, not Forest, you'd think Palmer has a good game this week.
Yeah, I'd hold Palmer. I know some people are mentioning about selling Palmer, but I'd hold and see what he can do. Yeah, I'm excited about this week, man. I've made some risky-ish moves, and yeah, I want to see how it goes because I did not see myself taking another hit this week after my -4, but it paid off. I think I went from, it was 800k ish.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. Now 600k. Need another big week, and I think Watkins and Dango are the ones I'm relying on. I have a good feeling about those guys. So anyway, it could go wrong, as we know with FPL. It all probably does, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it all. And yeah, good luck everyone in the chat as well. Hopefully you have a good game week and enjoy your weekend, guys. For those that that we're watching football or whatever you do in the weekend. But yeah, that's it. Deadline's up. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Is there anything else you wanna add, Jordan? Or
Yeah, just for Medica's comment, obviously went with Rashford, hoping for a new club bounce. Yeah, I was tempted to go in Rashford for that reason, but hopefully now that I haven't brought him in, he doesn't get that new club bounce. But yeah, good luck, Elika, for obviously having him. But yeah, obviously have a good weekend, guys. Take care. We'll see you for the knee jerk whenever that will be, because obviously this is a stretch week again.
Yeah, Sunday probably.
Yeah, well, probably Sunday where most of our players have played. But yeah, take care, guys, and enjoy the weekend. See you soon.